Thanks, Jenny. Hey y'all, Sherry Steffen. I'm up here in Frisco, Texas, and I wanted to show you something fun that we love in our house. It's cold brew coffee. Have you had cold brew coffee yet? Well, if you haven't, let me tell you the difference between, say, a cold brewed coffee and an iced coffee. An iced coffee, you brew the coffee hot and then you pour it over ice, so you have cold coffee. Well, you also have cold watered down coffee because you just made regular strength coffee and poured it over ice. So in here, I made a concentrated coffee. So when I pour it over ice, it's not gonna be watered down. Now, if I wanted to, say, have hot coffee in the morning, I can just put some in the microwave and heat it, and I can add a little water, so it's a regular strength coffee, and it tastes amazing. So cold brew is sweeter because it's less acidic than coffee that's brewed with heat, but it's more caffeinated. So if you like that little caffeine push in the morning, like I know I need, or maybe you want it in the middle of the afternoon and you're kind of like, whew, this day is getting a little might need a little caffeine pick-me-up. So I'm gonna make one of our favorite caffeine pick-me-ups that we like in the afternoon. We always have like a little coffee station set up now, a little coffee bar with whatever we need. So we've got our cold brew here. We've got some like little chocolate shavings in here. We always have to have sprinkles because we kind of have an obsession with sprinkles at our house. And these containers make them really fun because they have a little built-in spoon right in the top. So you can spoon them the sprinkles on top. We made our own salt, like comes on salted caramel, because you know they never seem to have that at the store when you want it. So I'm gonna put it together and show y'all. I'm gonna grab one of our shaker cups and put some ice in it. So I put some ice in one of our classic impressions bowls. Love this bowl, and these are so pretty. Such fun colors. Then look how pretty the pedestal makes it if you put it underneath. Just gonna throw some ice in here. And we're gonna make a mocha, because who doesn't love chocolate? You know, the philosophy at the Steffen house is what makes everything better? Chocolate and more chocolate. So I'm gonna grab some chocolate syrup. You can make your own, you can buy it from the grocery store, but this one I put in our Squeeze-Its because look, it's a no drip top. So when I turn it upside down, it's not gonna pour out all over. So I can just squeeze some in here. And then if I want to be really fancy, here's the glass I'm going to serve it in. I can even rim the glass with some chocolate because that makes it even better. Gotta have more chocolate, right? So do that. If you want to make it a caramel mocha, you can just add a little caramel syrup. Same way. So we can pour some in here. We can squeeze some in here. We can put it on top. All three. So to this, I'm going to add some of this cold brew. Let me show you now what I did to make this. This here is our filter, and you can see I've got two lines on the filter. There's one here and one here. So if I fill my coffee to this line here, I'm going to have just a regular strength coffee. If I fill it to here, that's when I get the concentrate. And I just pour the water all the way over the top. So I made this last night because you want it to brew 8 to 12 hours for maximum flavor in here. Start with a coarse ground coffee because the finer the grind, the more sediment you'll have in the bottom. So coarse ground coffee works really well. And then just pour your water over slowly and let it sit. Now, because it's cold brewed, doesn't mean you have to brew it in your refrigerator. You can actually just brew it on your counter if you want. You just aren't brewing it with any heat. So this comes with a little cover on the top. It's not a tight seal, it's just a cover, so it'll fall off and fall over if you knock it over. But you can put your filter right on here and keep your counter clean. So that's convenient. We'll just move that out of our way for right now. So I'm just gonna pour some of that. This is coffee concentrate. See how dark it is? You know what else I love to do with coffee concentrate? Is bake with it. So if I'm making brownies or anything chocolatey, I'm gonna add a little bit of this because it's gonna deepen the intensity of the flavor of the coffee. I mean, of the chocolate. It doesn't make it taste like coffee. It makes it taste really like rich chocolate. So a little tip, or if you want to just like make your chocolate cake mix from a box taste a little better, add a little cold brew concentrate. Then I'm gonna add whatever milk or creamer or whatever your choice is here with this fun little gadget. Look how fun this is. As I start to pour, the top opens. So Tupperware had made like 57 miles before they got it just the way they wanted it, to where it would just start to open like that. and pour. And then the cool thing about this is when we're done, when we've got as much cream in here as we want, when I stand it back upright, no drip. So I can do vinegar and oil for salad dressings, and I don't have oil running down the side here. I can do syrup, and now I don't have sticky syrup in my pantry. You know what I'm talking about. It's kind of a mess. We either use this one for syrup and honey, or this one, because it won't spill. So this one's awesome for creamers and milks and things like that. We love it for that. And I'm gonna put on our shaker cup. Okay, there we go. Make sure I got them tight. Looks good, doesn't it? Then to serve it, if I'm gonna drink it at home, I'm gonna pour it in here. I might even pour some more ice cubes in here to pour over, just so I like it nice and cold. Or I can put it in my Eco To Go cup. I love this one because it's so fun. Let me tell you what this was designed to do. This is designed for you to take to your local coffee shop, and instead of having them put your coffee in their paper cups, you bring them your cup and ask them to put it in here. This is to save cups from going into the landfill, so we can have less cups created, so we're destroying less of the environment, and less cups sitting around in a landfill destroying the environment. So if just 1 million people a week chose this one time instead of a coffee cup, we'd save 52 million cups a year. That's a pretty big impact on the environment, isn't it? So bring this with you the next time you go to a coffee shop and have them just pour your coffee or make your beverage in here. The fun thing about this is we have a couple of different colors, so you can actually switch the parts around a little if you want. This sleeve just screws off like that. It's just a little sleeve. So I have another one. I can switch and put this one on if I like these colors better today. Sometimes we have some come out that have pretty patterns on them, flowers and things. You can switch them around. You can even switch around. There's a little silicone seal right here, so you can take those off and switch them out. So it makes it really fun. But it's got a little hole right here too, so you won't get that glug effect if you drink it like this. But it does fit our Eco straws. And this is made from 100% recycled materials. So again, Tupperware is trying to really minimize our impact on the environment. Pretty smart, isn't it? So we'll switch it back to the way it was. Now, since I'm at home, I'm just gonna drink it in a glass. But if I was gonna take this with me, it would be going in here. Now, the best part about making one of these fun beverages is the whipped cream, don't you think? Like, that's my favorite part. Even if I order it with skim milk, they're like, do you still want the whipped cream? Yes, please. Gotta have the whipped cream. I'm gonna show you the easiest way to make whipped cream ever, okay? This is called our whipping mix. So I have a cup of just heavy cream in here. And then see all these fun little feet here, these little paddles. They're gonna whip that up so fast. This has 2 speeds. I can use a high speed or a low speed. So I'm gonna use high speed for thin things like cream. I would use a low speed for batters and things like that. So you just put the little teeth. It fits right here in this handle. And this looks a lot like the picture we've always had, right? Our mix-in store. And this will actually fit right inside of it. It's a little smaller than our mix-in store, so it'll fit right inside. Your spatula can go right in here to keep your counter clean. It's really smart. So I'm just gonna put that in here. It's got a little lock feature here because you can take this all apart and throw every piece of this in the dishwasher. Nice, right? I hand wash the part that has just the motor. But the rest of it, we just throw in the dishwasher. You can even take out all the little individual pieces to do it. So the other thing it comes with is a little funnel, and this has graduated markings on it so you can see how much you're measuring. And then if I put it this way, it's closed, so you see no air. And if I do this way, you can see air through there. That's open. So closed, now I can measure it, and then when I go to open it and pour it in with the rest, I can do it. So I temper eggs with this to make like a creme brulee. I can do emulsifying for salad dressings, things like that. So to make our whipped cream even better, I like to use a little vanilla. We started making our own during the pandemic, so just vanilla beans and vodka. So I'm just gonna add a little vanilla, and this one you can measure it if you want. I just kind of measure it with my heart, like the chocolate in our recipes. So just pour a little in there. Again, I use our squeeze it, and then I'm going to put, I like mine kind of sweet, so 1/3 of a cup of powdered sugar. You can use granulated sugar if you want, but sometimes your whipped cream will taste a little grainy and it doesn't hold up as well because there's actually cornstarch in powdered sugar, so it'll keep it, even the next day it'll still be whipped. Okay, so I'm going to whip it. Watch how fast this is now. That was about 30 rotations. It's whipped cream. Isn't that awesome? I used to take my hand mixer to work and it was heavy and loud, and it took me like 10 minutes to make whipped cream, but not with this. Like, that was less than 30 seconds on it. Y'all can go time me on it if you want. So now we'll just finish off our cold brew. So I'm gonna bring back my pretty glass and I'm gonna pour more, and then all I have to do, of course I didn't get a spatula. Let me grab one so I can put some whipped cream, or Savannah's getting me one, so we can put some whipped cream in there, and then we love to put sprinkles on. So we put our sprinkles in our shakers because they're airtight, so they'll last longer. They won't taste funny after a while. So we like to put different sprinkles in, or we use the big container. So I'm just gonna throw some of that on top and enjoy. I can use my straw in here too. And that's it. So thanks for joining me today.